Welcome to this explainer. We're diving right into the absolutely fascinating evolution of Cambodian public services. From ancient times all the way to the modern GovTech era, this is a remarkable journey of how a state constantly adapts to serve the public need through centuries of massive change.
Okay, let's dive into this. What exactly do the ancient water canals of Angkor have in common with today's sophisticated e-government portals? Well, while centuries of history separate them, both these ancient physical networks and our modern digital systems serve the exact same core purpose. They support the economy and ensure societal security. It's like a giant puzzle coming together over hundreds of years.
Here is the agenda for the journey ahead. 1. History of Cambodian public services. 2. Impact of historical events. 3. Administrative reform since 1993. 4. Service delivery mechanisms. And 5. Digital service modernization. Let's get to it.
Section 1. History of Public Services.
Ancient Khmer kings actually fulfilled their public duty by building massive irrigation networks, hospitals, and temples. Securing water for agriculture through massive reservoirs, known as barays, was essentially the first true indicator of a public service. It was an incredibly advanced system that guaranteed societal security and allowed the entire population to thrive. To put that into perspective, they were engineering life-sustaining infrastructure long before modern machinery even existed.
Section 2. Impact of historical events.
Let's move to the timeline and see how this builds. The modern era brought some truly dramatic shifts. In 1863, French colonialism introduced Western bureaucracy and taxation. By 1970, civil war caused a sharp decline in services under the Khmer Republic. Then, 1975 brought a devastating total institutional collapse under the Khmer Rouge. Finally, 1979 marked the beginning of rebuilding, which eventually led to the UN-TAC transition.
The Khmer Rouge regime caused systemic destruction and a catastrophic loss of life, resulting in the near-total collapse of state institutions. Understanding this historical fact is absolutely crucial because it meant that modern public administration had to be reconstructed from the absolute ground up. There was literally no foundation left to build upon.
Section 3. Administrative reform since 1993.
Rebuilding the public sector required methodical phases. It began between 1993 and 1998 with reconciliation, famously integrating 25,000 students into the civil service to rapidly build capacity. The early 2000s focused on structural foundations, followed by deep administrative reform and the exciting introduction of early IT. By 2013, the focus shifted entirely to efficiency, transparency, and building a true culture of public service.
Section 4. Service delivery mechanisms.
And this brilliantly illustrates how modern mechanisms were adopted to cut through the red tape. The one-window service significantly reduces bureaucracy by centralizing processes into a single point of contact. It's a real game changer. Special operating agencies add operational flexibility, while information technology accelerates delivery and boosts transparency across the board.
Systemic changes were also required to ensure accountability. This meant shifting away from negligent habits, implementing performance-based compensation, empowering people through a citizen's charter, and actively avoiding the centralization of power. These steps are absolutely vital for building professional ethics and trust within public agencies.
Section 5. Digital Service Modernization.
So, the crucial point here is understanding GovTech. This is a government policy utilizing innovative technology like artificial intelligence, the Internet of Things, and big data. By creating single-service platforms like CamDX for seamless data exchange, this tech becomes the new backbone of the state, literally transforming how public administration functions today.
To guide this evolution, the 2022 to 2035 digital strategy acts as a master blueprint. It targets the development of the digital economy, increases digital education so no one is left behind, ensures data security, and aims to deliver high-quality digital services. It's a comprehensive plan perfectly designed to foster collaboration between the public and private sectors.
Now, what's really interesting about this comparison is the profound historical legacy. On one side, the ancient infrastructure of barays managed physical water for agricultural security. On the other, modern infrastructure uses e-government portals to manage digital data for socioeconomic development. It's a continuous, incredible story of public service intelligently adapting to the times. As public services shift from physical to digital, a massive question remains. How will this new technological infrastructure shape the next century of Cambodian society? Will it bring unprecedented equality and efficiency? It is such a fascinating question to ponder as the future of GovTech rapidly unfolds. Well, that wraps up this explainer of the source material.